Definitive pull to open summary of Genesis of the Daleks begins right now. Go.
All right, so on the planet Skaro, the Doctor, Harry, and Sarah arrive and are told by a Time Lord that they've been brought there, they've been taken out of the transmat after Ark in Space and that stuff, and they've been told by the Time Lord that, you've got to stop the development of the Daleks. It's happening on Skaro right now, and here you are. And here is Skaro, so it's like a vast wasteland with two domes in it. There's the Thal Dome, and there's the Khaled Dome. And next to the Khaled Dome, a couple of miles away, there's a bunker where Davros and a bunch of scientists are developing the early travel machine Mark IIIs, which are later called the Daleks. Now, Dr. Harry and Sarah get knocked out. Two of them get taken into the Khaled Dome. Sarah ends up with the Mutos in the wasteland, goes to the Thal Dome. She ends up working on a rocket that the Thals are using to destroy the Khaled Dome. Meanwhile, in the bunker, Davros's scientists are getting a little bit disturbed by what he's doing with these Daleks and his plans for them, and they're right to be disturbed because Davros is actually a traitor, and he and his commander Nida, his loyal lieutenant, they go over to the Thal Dome and they say, "Hey, you're about to launch a rocket at the Khaled Dome. Here's how you destroy the Khaled Dome." They give them secret formulas, and so the Thals actually launched this rocket. So Davros has basically engineered the genocide of his own people. The Thals think they're great. They think they've won the war. 1,000 years of war is over. By the way, the two races have been at war for 1,000 years, and the Thals are massacred by the Daleks, by 20 Daleks that Davros has sent into the Thal Dome. Meanwhile, the Doctor and Harry are also got there into the Thal Dome after having somehow talked to the Khaled leadership and warned them of the development of the Daleks. Now, over in the Thal Dome, they go to where Sarah is loading up the rocket and dying of like radiation poisoning and some other kind of poisoning, and because the rocket's it's like all radioactive and it's not safe. And they try to rescue Sarah, but the Doctor gets electrocuted on the rocket, but he gets out of that. Sarah, meanwhile, has tried to escape to the top of the dome, falling a great path, and then she is put back in the work detail, and the Doctor and Harry free her. But then later on, Doctor thinks that Harry and Sarah are back in the Khaled Dome when it gets blown up, but they're not. They all meet up in the wasteland again, and they get into the bunker, and they find Davros, who has been, the concerned scientists and the military have all banded together, and they've arrested Davros, but he's like, no, give me a hearing, and he's like, I'll destroy the Daleks, but let's have an actual vote. They have a vote. Turns out it's a trap. Davros kills all the scientists with the Daleks, and then the Daleks turn around on Davros, and meanwhile the Doctor escapes with the record.
Time.
Oh man, I didn't get to the torture of.
That's all right. Finish up.
Yeah, so the Doctor actually is tortured by Davros. Harry and Sarah are tortured by Davros. The Doctor reveals the dates and times and the ways that all the Daleks are defeated in the future, and also tries to blow up the Dalek embryos, which have been engineered without any conscience, which is what all the scientists were worried about. And but he just basically manages to entomb the Daleks for 1,000 years. He hasn't killed them, but he thinks that they might have done some good, and he wonders if he has the right to do anything more.
3:45.
Oh my God!
All right, you finished the race.